I'm starting mine.
I'm either going to drop this thing out of the sky or I'm going to fly it. It's running and I'm just going to go and fly.
Okay, and welcome everybody to our slightly delayed live stream today. We're going to be doing some Air Hauler 2. We are flying with Mr.MoonDog today. We're going to be flying from Akron-Canton Airport uh, to Boston into Logan Airport. We're going to be doing some passenger flights today, so sit back, relax, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we're going to get started. So how are you doing today, Moondog?
As I shoot and try and get to the point where I can say, I'm doing fine, Draco, although I'm just flying cargo next to you.
So I'm looking at
No passengers.
Joint FS, and I only see me.
Oh, it says network was down. Okay, let me do it again.
Oh, there you are.
There it is.
And you look like the B-377, the pregnant guppy version.
Yeah. And you look like a Boeing 747.
Oh,
So I
gotta
need to
love
go
it.
in there and view, what is it? View aircraft.
Yeah. What are you flying?
The 737 pregnant guppy thing.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yep. You are definitely a pregnant guppy.
No,
Largest
it's
airplane in the
file.
world.
Isn't it edit model matching? Thank you. Which one is?
Bring up air. So we're gonna bring up Air Hauler here real quick, and we're gonna fly. Yes. Oh, looks like we sold 40 tickets for this flight for a total of $25,195.
I'm trying to match up and also watch my stream to see when it's ready to go.
How many passengers do we have? 40 passengers. So we're gonna make that 40. Fuel, we have 15,931 pounds.
Can't find this plane on this list.
So we're gonna adjust our fuel to match what Air Hauler says I should have.
All right, well, I'll mess with it here in a second.
So when did you get the pregnant guppy?
When you suggested it, like a week ago.
Oh, okay. Did you find it freeware somewhere?
Yes, the link that you sent me.
Oh. See. I have a memory like a sieve. I don't remember sending links, so.
I can't find to
Close
move
enough.
yours.
Alright, so that's close enough. And we're gonna click OK and accept the job. VFR. And 20,000 feet is what our cruising altitude is going to be today.
All right, let's see here. Turn mics on. All right, welcome to some middle of the afternoon. This is the regular sort of 4 o'clock stream, only it is 3:38, so I'm a little bit early. I'm Mr.MoonDog. I am flying with Draco in that big 747 next to us. Represented. I'm trying to actually change it to be the correct thing. He's actually flying in the civil version of what I'm in, which is what, the C-97?
Yeah, the C-97.
See, I'm even trying to look for that in Join FS to see if I can't find that.
Okay, so we have 3 minutes until boarding starts, so we're just going to sit here and go through our pre-flight stuff.
And that would be probably what I should be doing, except for
Turn our APU on.
all right. Well, for right now, it's better that you're a plane in the air next to me and not.
Yes,
and not.
I agree.
I want to do which settings do I want so that I don't crash into anything? Well, you know what? I may have to end flight and go through the settings that way. I'll be right back.
Yep. We're gonna open our cowl flaps. Open our intercooler flaps. Check our fire warning lights. That's good.
I need to allow collisions with other aircraft. Allow them. So I got to take that on.
Well, then you don't want to park right next to me then, because your wing was inside of mine.
Well, no, I want to tick allow collisions, not if I had it off, then
well,
it would crash.
If it's ticked, then wouldn't that say it mean it is allowing collisions?
Yeah, it's allowing the. Yeah, you're right. All right.
That's
okay. So I should be good then. All right.
Open our windows here a little bit, get some fresh air in.
Reflight. Change that to KCAK.
Check our flight controls.
We're going to move a little bit further away.
Set our parking brake.
We're changing that to.
And we're going to go back here to our flight engineer now.
Where is it?
That turned on. Flip those up. Since we're doing 20,000 feet, we're going to set our cabin pressure to 5,600. Should be good.
Flight planner, load, because we just did.
Fuel all looks good.
Route, VOR, okay. Yes.
Passengers are boarding.
Yes.
Going to.
Yes. So, jumping back in. All this to get started. And then I have no clue how to do any of the switches, buttons, or how many of them actually work.
I can kind of give you a quick crash course.
No crashing. I moved to 22 and I'm still sitting beside you. Okay.
Are you? Yep, there you are. You're moving.
Yes.
That is one big ugly freaking plane that I see. Pregnant Guppy is an ugly plane.
All right. Now, flipped around. We're out of his way, so once he's ready for pushback and stuff, we're going to start going around through here. Those are RPMs, manifold pressure, hold, brake, rev up. Yep, that's all that does that. Then come back down. Landing gear greens, RPM limit light on, indicator governor set. Okay. Altitude, airspeed. Climb, turn, altitude, indicator.
So there's really not much we can do right now until all the passengers get boarded.
Tune to ATIS. Now, with what time we're flying, and if we were flying, technically we would have to be watching out for a lot of probably personal traffic and special traffic because the Football Hall of Fame stuff is going on. So you're going to start having celebrities and stuff coming in for that. And you would have team jets coming in, or unless they already have come in. I would think they were already in for tomorrow's game. But being the Dallas Cowboys are here, you probably have a flight just for the cheerleaders. We are departing east.
All right, I'm gonna turn my beacon light on. Position light. And my taxi lights. Just so everybody can see me.
Hold short of runway 23. All right. Prop control.
Now, with that plane, you want to have your flaps set for at 27 to take off.
Okay, well, I got to find flaps first. Because given the fact that you're not watching my stream
Right.
yet and stuff, come on, go away.
I got so many windows up now, I couldn't put another window up.
Yes, I heard the last transmission. I'm trying to pull up my YouTube so that I can watch that just in case.
Hey, Elias, how you doing?
I need to change my stuff. My channel. Yeah, manager.
10 more people to get on board. 2 minutes for them to get on board.
Live stream. Oh, that's on the other keyboard.
Oh, I'm doing good. Just waiting on all these slow passengers to get on board so that way we can get take off and get over to Boston. Hopefully the storms don't slow us down any. It doesn't look too bad. It looks like a couple of little random thunderstorms.
Oh, yeah, they're calling for scattered, because this is where I live. They're calling for scattered later this afternoon, so. C97.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Regulations require us to point out the safety features of this aircraft, and we would be grateful for your full attention during this demonstration. In the seat pocket, there is a safety card, which the captain would like you to read carefully before takeoff. The emergency exits are now indicated by floor-level lighting. Your life jacket is under your seat. Should it be required, you must remove the cover and place the jacket over your head as now
Okay,
demonstrated.
so
Pass the tapes around the waist.
we're gonna go ahead and get stuff started.
And try in a double knot to
Shut
one
our
side.
windows.
Only when outside the aircraft,
Okay,
will the
so
weapon sharply downwards to
with
the
complete honesty here,
It may
I
also
put
be
even in
inflated
my
by
description
blowing through the
that will
mouthpiece.
be popping up there
Your
with this,
seatbelt is
Uh-huh.
fastened
that
and adjusted as
this is the
demonstrated
first time flying this
and
big bird.
unfastened like this. Would you now please ensure that your seatbelt
And
is fastened
you know what?
and tape
None of these
control is ready
buttons
for
work on this
takeoff.
thing. It's a nicely
Thank you for
pictured
your attention.
control panel behind,
Uh-huh.
but none of it works. So hopefully all the controls are just synced with what I already know on the keyboard and such, and we'll go from there.
They should be. It's pretty universal.
Right. So I just wish that you didn't look like a 747 flying through the dirt. I mean, it'd be nice if you looked like what you did. That's the other thing. We'll have to learn how to make sure everything's in there so that when we go to FS join, because when we're all flying the C-47 like we were last night, we looked like the C-47s.
Right.
You know. When you're not linked up right. It just doesn't look great. So if I hit Shift E for doors on this thing, I get no doors open. Well, that's good. I can't open any doors accidentally on them.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
Oh, no, it just said main exit opening, but I see no. Oh, there it is.
It might take
It's
a while.
It's so freaking small underneath the freaking engine. It took me a while to finally find where it's at. Got it. It's right there. There's the door. Shut the door.
Okay, so that's all set up. My engines are warming. Shouldn't take long because it's a fairly warm day out. Okay.
Is that your son in the background there?
Yep.
So you said 27, huh?
2 knot start.
27 or just under a quarter? Just over a quarter.
Alright, why didn't engine 2 start?
Didn't like the way that you talked to it?
There it goes. Okay, so that's good. Back up here.
So do this. I do progressive parking so that
And on.
because I do live in the Akron Canton Airport area, does not mean I know where all the runways labels are yet.
Turn in the
Because
ground.
we've flown in here enough times, I'm starting to get the gist of it, but and if we look off to our side there, there's a little Dash 8 that's following Draco.
Alright, I'm leaving runway 23.
Yep.
Position lights on. Right up. Position lights are already on. I'm gonna turn those on. We're on fasten seatbelts.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 23 using taxiway Juliet Hotel Bravo Delta.
And we're going
World
to
travel 31 heavy.
use our parking brake. And we're gonna push back.
While you're pushing back and I'm moving out of your way. Pull up YouTube and pull up Draco and
I'm not gonna run into you or anything, am I?
No, I'm across the runway already.
Okay.
Headed at 23.
I just need to push back enough to where when I spin around, I won't flip this building with my wing.
Yeah.
Alright, that should be good.
I'm just thinking, with this being a military airlift command, is what it says on the side of it, okay? And knowing that actually at the Akron Canton Airport, they do have National Guard Air Force Reserve there.
Yep.
It probably would not be completely uncommon to see this plane land there.
No, probably not at all.
I know that they have the Chinooks and the Hueys and a couple of the other large helicopters going in and out of there all the time.
Uh-huh.
I haven't paid attention to all the aircraft going in and out, so I could only assume they do have. And they have had like the B-19, I think, or the B-17, a couple of those, like fly in and out to the. They have a small aircraft museum back there. And what I mean back there, the front of the airport,
Right.
is where we're headed towards, and that's more on the back side of the whole airport, and there is access to those streets back there, but it's, I don't know of anyone that doesn't sort of classify that as the back side of the airport.
Well, I'm assuming that the military wanted to have their stuff on the quote-unquote backside of the airport.
Yeah, which is getting busy enough on the other side that you are going to see traffic. So
I'm getting some serious stutter when I turn on the ground,
okay.
but I'm not dropping any frames, so I don't know what's up with that. I mean, for a second there, it looked like a slideshow.
Slideshow to you or slideshow on your OBS going out?
No, slideshow to me.
Okay. Well, to us, you looked fine.
Alright.
Alright. There's squeaky brakes on this thing, too. So once we take off, I'm making a left turn to head back east.
Okay.
And if I can get the turn quick enough, I will actually fly nowhere close to my house, because this thing will take too long to turn. Lined up. Yes, we heard your transmission. That's why we're sitting on the runway.
Ooh, I see some black smoke coming out those engines.
I ran them all the way up before I released them.
Alright. These on. I'll turn these off. That on.
That's airspeed.
Turn that on.
You're the one that flies this often.
Yep.
Airspeed. Oh, wait a minute. I see the little tick down there.
110 is what I can take off with this at 25% flaps.
There we go.
travel
There's the
31
money
heavy
shot.
At runway 23, ready for
Tower
takeoff.
view,
East
taking off.
departure. World travel 31 heavy, cleared for takeoff. Runway 23, east departure, approved. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 23, world travel 31 heavy.
Close.
Flaps up. Flaps up. Gentle turn to the left.
Oh, that's all set.
And all these trees are not trees. There are so many homes and allotments and stuff down in this area.
All right. Put our flaps down to 5.
Let's see.
We're gonna roll forward a little bit. And throttle up to 60. The manifold. I don't know about your plane, but this plane, sometimes you have to dance on the rudder a little bit to keep it in.
Yeah.
I think keep it going straight. And we're up.
Let's go ahead and southeast.
Our departure was on time. You're up. Wraps up.
Now we'll take the time. Whoever did this plane did the C-47 or was involved with it, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
World travel 31 heavy, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
And fly on. No. We don't want the altitude on yet. It's set for 0.
You have more of a modern cockpit in that one because I've never flown it.
No. Dials look about the same, and then they have your instrument panel.
Yeah.
Nothing works. It's just a picture of it.
Oh, the flight engineers panel.
Yeah. Slide this out of the way over here to the other page, and then we're going to go to 7. Was it? That's F7. Dock that. Move it over to there.
Turn it off. Swing ourselves around here. Up on our VOR.
Flight plan looks good. That looks good.
We've got a little bit of a storm off to the northeast.
Let's see. Yeah, there's that 747 over there following it. It's not really a 747. I'm hoping that's more like Draco.
Altitude on. Turn turn our autopilot on just to help us with our climb. You know what? I forgot to turn the hydraulic system on. That's a big oops.
Yeah, probably. All right.
All right, we're looking good.
Is this thing climbing? Yes, it's climbing.
I see you below me.
Yeah, because it's climbing at 500 feet instead of, I just moved it to 1,000. It probably can handle 1,000, no problem.
Well, I'm going up to about 1,500.
1,500? All right.
I just want to get up above these storms, and then I'll drop it down a little bit. 'Cause I'm about 8,500 feet. Okay, you know what? Well, I'm thinking about it. Just because I am flying through clouds and it's getting cold, I'm going to turn all my anti-icing on.
Alright, so we turned off the manifold of the tilts in the green. We've turned throttled them back so they're in the green. I've got lightning off to in front of us a little bit.
Orbit 7484, Paxton Canton approach. Roger. Altimeter 3006.
So now let's sit back and enjoy the flight. As we talk about everything except for the flight.
Right, because that's what we do.
But we don't have Nancy and Ernie to entertain us.
I'm actually kind of glad about that.
What, you don't want any goat instances?
No, that's quite alright. I've had my fill of goats. Hey Panda, how you doing?
Piper 43 Papa, traffic is 4 o'clock, 4 miles, 7,800, Airbus A321, report them in sight.
I can see Moondog right there in front of me, about 6 miles in front.
Traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles, 5,500, Piper Archer.
And we're getting ready to turn our next VOR.
7484, traffic in sight.
Go ahead and make that turn. Not too bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, you got the game, did you?
Cool. Now the fun begins.
Well, honestly, you don't need a yoke or rudder pedals. I use steering wheel pedals for rudder, and I just have a stick, and it works perfectly fine for me.
I have the Zatec flight stick with the throttle on it, and I use the twist for the rudder because I haven't incorporated the G27 pedals into working correctly with it. So, oh, I got lightning all over around me, and at my actual house, I see no rain clouds.
That's why I'm going above the storms. I don't want to feel like getting knocked around with passengers.
No, that's fine. I've got, I had this climbing And then when I tried to back down the climb,
Yeah.
then the computer was sending the trim to full trim, straight nose straight up. I don't know why it does that, but watch it when that does happen, folks.
But yeah, if you're looking for like a good stick and throttle, all the stuff in my house.
I like the Satec.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
So you have all the stuff, you just forgot to bring it with you when you went on vacation. I gotcha.
Oh, well. He didn't know he was going to be doing
Right.
flight sim. Yeah.
Well, we'll still be doing this when you get back from vacation, so when you do, and if you want to hop in and fly with us.
Yeah. Would you figure it'll be Christmas before we get back away around the...
Yeah, I figured probably Christmas
Planet
before.
somehow?
I figured Christmas before we hit, right around the end of the year before we get back to the United States. Considering we're only doing like, what?
couple hours.
Like 3 hour
2 to
flights
4.
that are only like 400, between 200 and 300 miles.
We'll have to upgrade some of the planes. Doesn't sound real up once you get the mix and the
No, once you get
offset right.
once you get it all set right, the engine's quiet down quite a bit.
And I still have it loud because I'm still trying to climb up some, so.
Yeah, I gotta give her a little bit more of a kick in the pants because I'm starting to lose speed and my manifold pressure's going down as I'm going up higher. So we should reach, according to Air Hauler, we should reach Boston in about 90 minutes.
Alright, speed is 189. It's dropping a little because I've trying to push it up and still climbing.
Yeah, see, I'm climbing at 1500 and I'm only doing like 130 knots.
Okay, well then I'll back it off so it stays in the green.
Well, I'm also working on making sure my manifold and my RPMs stay within where they're supposed to be for
the climb.
Yeah.
Then on the power settings. There it is. Can you remove the yoke on this thing?
I don't believe so.
No. No.
Hybrid 14 X-ray.
That's an interesting view. Cow flaps, engine 1, 2.
Hybrid 14 X-ray.
Cow flaps 3 and 4.
We're at 19,000 feet, so we'll be leveling out here in just probably about
That's
30
just not
seconds.
right.
What's that?
If you want to look at through the cockpit, you know, look at the different views.
Yeah.
Wing flaps left.
Uh-huh.
You get sort of a bisect of the plane, and you just got like the engine and the flaps, and then it's not even very good.
Well, thank you, Panda. I appreciate that.
There's the boomer for the fuel flight, or the...
Yeah. Well, then you're flying the KC. You're flying the tanker version. You're not flying the C version. But, you know, it'll come in time, man. Yeah. Alright, and we're at 20,000 feet. So we're going to go ahead and flip altitude control on. Again, we're just going to bring this up. On one again. Or bring this up so I can just remember where everything needs to be. That needs to be down to 37. And that needs to come down to 21. And then go to auto lean. Everything's at auto lean now.
I've been some clouds behind you, ahead of you.
What's that?
Am I behind you or ahead of you?
You're ahead of me still.
All right.
And we're gonna go to our next waypoint, which is going to be VQM, which is going to be 1440.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
VQM.
So ACO and VQM both had the same exact.
You're on ETG
Yeah.
now, and you're going to VQM, and yeah.
So Panda, we're actually flying to Boston. Moondog's taking a cargo run, and I'm flying passengers to Boston. I don't know. I may have to climb a little higher to get over some of these clouds, unless it's going to clear up here pretty soon.
Panda, we would love more subscribers. We do enjoy doing this, and we don't mind the subscribers, but to be honest, we'll be here doing this no matter what. So, but thank you for the nice words there.
I mean, we'd be doing this whether or not we were streaming, so we figured we'd, stream it and let other people see what we do. But we do appreciate each and every one of you.
Well, I don't appreciate that Zig and Draco guy that I have to fly with sometimes. They can be mean. They harass me a lot.
But we're
See,
mean
you
in
guys-
a nice way.
No, you're not. Not after the stream. You're nice during the stream. After the stream, you guys bury my plane in the sand. I gotta.
Hey, that was.
I won't tell you what happened with the Vaseline. I don't want to know what you guys did with the Vaseline before I found it all over the plane.
That was Ernie and Zig. So.
That was Ernie and Zig. Okay.
I was asleep. I had nothing to do with it.
The sand or the Vaseline?
Both.
Both. Okay. Just want to be sure.
I don't think I need to climb anymore. Missing most of them. Yeah, if we were going further than Boston, though, I'd be way up above all this. I'd probably be at about 30,000.
Yeah.
I figure by the time I got up to 30,000, it'd be time to descend. Yeah, and if you're wondering what that's all about, Panda, check out yesterday's stream.
There's a goat, some
Zig
missing.
Zig hit a goat in my plane.
Yeah, he didn't hide it. We don't know why the goat was there.
Well, the goat was in the closet, so.
Maybe it was shy.
God. Oh God, what am I doing with my life?
It could be worse. Your wife could be doing the same thing Zig's wife is doing, sending weird messages out.
At 13? No, I'm at 20,000. Actually, 20,100.
I'm a bit behind you. I'm at 15.5 right now. Because I backed off on the climb because...
Right. And we'll let them smoke, but we're going to tell them to keep their seatbelts on until we get away from the storms. Oh, thank you, Panda. Yeah, I got lucky. We got lucky not getting taken out by an RPG flying into Benghazi. And
there was absolutely no issues flying in there.
I don't know why MoonDog wanted to fly to Benghazi. He said something about needing to meet somebody. I don't know, but
no, that was on the trip to Cairo. There's nothing nothing suspicious with any of that. That's your story, and I'm sticking to it.
And the fact that Ernie then hopped out of one of our planes and stole another plane and drove it off into the desert.
Yeah. That probably has something to do with Zig, but I'm not sure. October 1950.
Say
That's
what?
the plate on this
Yeah, surely
the
nothing
checklist?
suspicious.
says 1950 on it.
Yeah, that's probably when it was first built.
Yeah, probably. Alright, so wait a minute. Power settings, fuel. I gotta look at the other side and try and determine max cylinder, head temp.
Well, if your plane is anything close to mine, your max cylinder head temp should be, I think, 220.
Okay, well that would be fine, but to be honest, all I have that I can read is the manifold in RPMs.
Nah, that's all you need. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So I'm up at 18.
No, I don't know what Flight 370 is.
Is that on your radio?
No, Panda's asking me if I ever heard about Flight 370.
Is that flight M370 that's went missing and is still yet to be found?
Oh, you're talking about the Malaysian airline flight?
Yeah. That's what I think it is.
If so, then yeah, I followed that pretty closely. I still think that plane was taken somewhere.
My wife agrees with your statement. She knows it's somewhere because you can't hide and you can't have it lost for that long, especially in the direction that it was supposed to be going.
I mean, granted, the ocean's pretty deep, but eventually something's got to come floating up, and nothing's ever been seen of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think that it was taken and it's sitting somewhere. And one day it's gonna pop up when we least expect it.
Hopefully it's not a crash boom type instance. Some of this plane's nice, but you know what I cannot do?
What's that?
As far as I can tell, I can't put in any radio controls. I have to fly it GPS.
So you
Oh
can't.
no, wait a minute. There's never mind. It's on this panel here.
I was gonna say that's kind of weird. You can't fly VOR.
No, you know the 5-panel heads up that you can pull up from the C-47. I can put it in that way.
Oh, okay.
That's the only way I can, though.
But now I'm blowing past you.
Yeah, flight speed's still not that much.
Yeah, I'm up to 203 now.
Down at 134. But I'm at 20,000 now, so I should be leveled out.
Oh, it wouldn't. Oh, Panda, it wouldn't surprise me if terrorists didn't take it, but I doubt they repainted it for another country. I think that they're just waiting to use it for something.
Aircraft, knee board, nav log.
Because a plane that big. Because if you think about it, a plane that big that can carry that much weight, all they need to get is a small nuclear bomb on there, fly over a country, and then just detonate. And who's gonna question seeing a seven? I think it was a 737, a civilian 737.
All right, how do you change the freaking numbers on the? Oh, there it is. Doing it backwards.
Let me see how far I have to the next waypoint.
116.
I really gotta work on making sure I have my map all set up before I fly. Oh,
114.40.
this EGT. I'm a little off course. Actually, pretty far off course. We're gonna make our turn this way.
So do that. If I put it on radio, it wants to drag me off that way. Nope, we're not going to do that. GPS lock. Plane that's flying out of control in front of you, up to your side, that's me.
Well, I just changed heading to intercept ETG.
Well, I'm on ETG.
Well, I am too, but
Yours is off.
I was pretty far
You're
north
off.
of it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. RPM. Approximately.
So feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
Okay, so we'll talk about you then. See ya.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
Anything else? Okay. Give you guys questions to ask him when he gets back. Steps off ramp, out time. Alright, so ETG, so 68 miles. $118. This over there. Excuse me. Quick lunch, dinner. Starting to not completely agree with me. It's 1.4, 1.3, so I'm catching up to him slightly. .2. Where are we at? Where are we at? We're over the state of Pennsylvania, I know that much. Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind doing that, Panda, except for the fact that he's walked away too far away, so he's not going to be able to hear it anyways. I have a wireless headset, so I could actually turn my mic off and go to the other side of the house. Now it would squawk and make funny noises because it's just far enough away, but I could still hear some of the stuff being said. And there's been a few times I've gone for a quick bio break and it's like I'm hearing everything crystal clear because it's quite literally on the other side of the wall from the computer. It's clear then. It's like, did I turn off my mic? I sure hope I did, because that would be just wrong and disgusting. But I do know what I'm going to say to him when he gets back. He's got more clouds than I do on my stream. I gotta get the Rex 4 completely reinstalled, uninstalled and reinstalled everything, so I don't even have the Rex 4 settings set up yet again.
Okay, and I have returned.
Check your heading real quick, because you veered across me real sharp, like you're headed south.
No, everything's fine.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Panda said to do it.
Yeah, no, I read the chat.
See, he's smarter than the average bear. Barely.
Oh, I am right on course.
So am I.
Alright, let's take an outside view.
Take an outside view, you end up seeing that there's 42 people sitting on the wing.
Go there. Looks like we're getting out of the storms now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more than that to prank me.
Screaming into the mic is not going to be helpful anyways. All right, well, I've leveled out and adjusted a couple things, and speed's now up to 229.
And I think I just saw MoonDog. Yep, right over there.
When you go back in, we'll do some match headings and stuff like that.
Okay. So I am on a heading of 115 right now to intercept the
Okay.
VOR.
115, and I'm on 99 and I'm on GPS straight on it, so okay.
Actually, I need to turn back a little bit because now I overcorrected a little bit too much.
That's what I thought. Speed's 229.
No. 211.
That's why I pulled back in front of you. Okay. What's your props set at?
RPM is about 2,000. Manifold pressure is
Wait a
30.
minute. Wait a minute. 2,000. So. All right. 2,000.
Manifold pressure is 37 and change. And torque pressure is 169.
That's the mixture, and I can't do anything with that.
But depending on what engines your plane has, your plane might have slightly more powerful engines than mine.
Yeah. The mixture controls at 18%.
Also-
Not quite complete auto lean.
Also, too, what the depends on what how heavy your plane is, because mine is 107,544 pounds.
Set state that on here somewhere. Fuel weight 132,000. 132,010 because the fuel's coming off of it. Fuel, that's a fuel weight.
Right. So it also depends on, you know, not just fuel weight, but
Yeah.
also weight of the plane and any cargo you're carrying.
Right, right. Alright,
Up there.
so as we're flying here,
And there's MoonDog, about 5 miles to my 9 o'clock.
drifted off there pretty quick. I wasn't completely joshing when you said, you know, I said you're a bit off to your
Right.
heading there, but yeah, it wasn't like you did, like I did the other day where you flew right up and then decided to do a left turn between two planes.
Still haven't figured out how you did that.
Skill. All skill.
And a lot of luck.
Well, if that's needed. All right, 5 minutes to ETG. Approximately the same.
Give or take.
How about 24 miles?
Yeah, right about 24 miles.
Because you're on your map thing there.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm about 24 miles out.
Right. And now matching your controls, my speed's down to 191. So.
Wow, Panda, your brother did a 5G turn in a F-18.
G turn, that's one, to be able to be a pilot to do that, that's cool. I wouldn't mind doing that.
But can he make a 377 do a loop and a barrel roll? I damn near set the engines on fire doing that. Alright, I'm gonna flip this one, see if I can pick up the next VOR. I cannot. That's weird. So, I'll go here. What's the next heading? 094 for FQM.
Yeah. Wait a minute. FQM?
Yep, the heading of 094.
Alright. I was going frequencies 114.4.
I will set this for 094, which is basically what I'm flying now. Oh, you're flying on your iPad? I guess flying on your iPad is better than no flying at all. So Panda,
Yeah,
do you have just the stock planes, or have you picked up like any freeware, payware planes?
Beechcraft King Air 200B. Good plane.
B-377, best plane there ever is.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess it depends on what kind of planes you like to fly. If you like to fly planes that are heavily computerized, then like the Beach King and, you know, the tube liners and Learjets and stuff like that. But if you like more old school, then like the 377, the 747, or the 7 or C47. I know my numbers.
Come on, spit it out. You almost had it.
I know my numbers.
The B-377 that you're flying looks really good. The C47 is very well done, and that's a freeware one. If you do want the more modern ones, the Dash 8 is really complicated, very modern. That Draco or Zig flies, the Beechcraft King Air 200 that I fly, very nice, but that one's top of the end at price range
Right.
for payware. The one that I got an email for, which is the CJ, what is it? The CJR 737.
Yeah.
They have a new release for that, and that thing's like almost $50. But from what I saw, I mean, everything's detailed on it. And that's from just Flight or Flight 1, because it was in my emails.
Yeah, I believe we should be somewhere over the Appalachians by now. We're close to it.
Say what?
I said I think we're somewhere over the Appalachian Mountains right now.
They get a little thin and a little wide in the eastern Pennsylvania, but yeah, if we're mid-state, we're can be in parts of it.
So you're gonna take off, I'm guessing that's San Francisco, and cruise at 30,000 feet and land in Germany. You gotta be flying like a 747 or a 777, because that's a long flight. Alright. Next VORs. I picked up the next VOR, so we're good there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna set my next one. LHY 11080. Tour.
Right.
Oh, an
Jesus.
an A380. I actually don't have much experience in the Airbus planes.
Okay, be honest. You have no experience in the Airbus.
I sat in one and
Sat in one?
looked at it and went, nope.
Okay. Fair enough. So, the way that I've been doing when I do nav channels,
Yeah.
I changed then the one that I'm going to, the first nav one has current waypoint and then the second waypoint already programmed. So then I can flip it. The nav 2 has the second waypoint as the first one, and then the waypoint after that set up as the second one ready to turn into it. That way then I just have to change it.
Right.
Then I can go back to nav 1 and change that one for the second heading, so it's ready to be just flipped.
Yeah, so basically you're just kind of flipping back and
Hopping
forth.
them up, yeah. And then the IGN is 117. $60. So that one's then ready.
That's the other thing. I need to work on the sensitivity of this throttle, because if I barely touch it, my manifold pressure will go from like 37 to over 40. There's no like gradual increase.
What are you using for your throttle?
I am using a Logitech Attack 3, so it's got a little built-in throttle.
Flap throttle thing at the base on the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger. Altimeter 3007. Small 52 Delta. Contact Wilkes-Barre approach on 124.5. 124.5 Small
So-
52 Delta.
How complicated is a takeoff is the checklist on the A380? What were you gonna say, Moondog?
Your speed's what? Still about 110? 210.
213.
Akron campus approach. Mall, November 3805, uniform 3 miles south of Kilo Charlie, Zulu Golf. Request IFR to Springfield, ready to copy.
Mall November 3805. 3805 uniform. Please clear to Springfield Airport file. Squawk 2505.
Let's go outside and see if we can find
Small
Moondog.
November 38005 uniform, clear to Springfield Airport
back over
file.
here.
Squawk 2505.
Where are you, Moondog? Where are you? You must still be in the clouds because I can't see you.
Well, I'm at your roughly 430.
Descend and maintain 6,000.
Yeah, I don't see you.
Left heading 265, resume on navigation, descend and maintain 6,000.
You're 5.9.
5 uniform.
Yeah, but if you're in the if you happen to be in clouds or something, I can't pick you up.
No, I should be out of clouds. But then again, our clouds are different again because
Right.
mine's still based game. Yeah, if you're looking the wrong direction, you want to be on the other side of the plane.
How often do you? Oh, there you are. How often do you fly the A380 Panda? I'm actually gaining a little bit of ground on you.
No, but I just picked up the speed again.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's touchy. Now I'm up over 220 now, and I just bumped it a little bit. So
Yeah, I'm at 215. I'm gonna pull up my nav chart again.
nav charts. He's going to explain nav charts. Everyone, get out your nav chart.
LHY. I don't see LHY yet, so probably not close enough. Pick it up. It does see it on my nav chart.
Yeah. Distance-wise, the LHY is 91 nautical miles.
Okay. See, when
From
Moondog,
where I'm,
when I'm flying with Moondog, if he's got GPS, I use him a lot to figure out how close I am to the next waypoint.
that's it. I'm done. Start charging you. I need some cash, So, you want help? 50 cents an inquiry. I'll be rich by the end of this stream.
Alright, there's LHY.
When I'm flying in the
Hey, aviation,
King
how's
Air.
it going? Welcome to the stream.
Hello Aviation.
So I think we'll take this opportunity here to say welcome. I'm flying here with Mr.MoonDog. He is one of my regular flight partners, along with Zigzaggy. You can check them out. Their channels are linked in my channel. And if you're liking what you see here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that little bell so that way every time we go live you get a notification, so that way you can come check it out. The other thing too is if anybody is interested in flying with us, just kind of let us know in the description of the video that you popped in on, and we'll get back to you and let you know when our next flight's going to be and where we're going to be flying from. We usually use Join FS for multiplayer, and you can hop in and take a flight with us.
And downloading and adding that is very quick because I was reinstalling the game last night as the stream was starting, and I was able to download Join FS and got linked in what, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
It's not difficult. Very easy.
If I can figure it out, anybody can.
But then again, I've done it a couple of times and I already had the downloaded. So after download speed, it's very easy.
All right, what are my temperatures doing? actually
They're flashing
close this a
red
little bit.
because they're on fire.
No, actually, I can close my cowl flaps a little more.
I can't do anything with that because it says my temperature is, no, outside temperature is negative 15 Celsius.
Yep, that's what mine is.
You know what I have not done? I haven't tuned to any airports in a while.
Yeah, I kind of quit doing that. I'm just waiting until we get closer to Logan, and then I'll just tune into them. When I get tired of the insistent chatter and the bouncing me from place to place.
Yeah, I was looking for one smaller one so I could find just like altimeter reading is all I was after.
Yeah, Panda. I mean, 4 engines. That you know that one engine that just shut down. That's just extra. I mean, I made it across the Atlantic with this thing on 3 engines, so you'll be fine.
Penn Valley. Automated weather. Thank you.
Fuel's looking good.
Altimeter, which is I was wanting 3008. Set.
You suck a bird into the engine, Panda. Thinking that's what happened. Took out an entire flock of geese.
So are you at FQM yet? 'Cause
No.
I'm 6 miles from it and it's like dead ahead of me.
FQ1. It's right under me, but that's not one of my waypoints.
That's why you're slightly off from mine. That's it again. Draco's off on his own.
No, I'm on. What am I on now?
What are you on now? Well, we could put so many things, fill in the blank there.
Oh, I am on FQM. My bad. Oops. Don't worry, I know where we are. We're fine.
Well, I just changed over to LHY.
Yep, so did I.
Alright.
See, that's what I was doing wrong. I was on my chart. I was navigating towards LHY, but my VOR was pointing me towards FQM.
Okay. That would be difference.
Now you can only say it's pilot error if the plane crashes and nobody survives. That's how the FAA works.
Cleared to Flint Airport is filed. Squawk 7046. Piper November 4743. November cleared to Flint Airport is filed. Squawk 7046. Piper 43 November. Reset correct.
But have you ever noticed that, MoonDog? Whenever a plane crashes, if the pilots or somebody survives, then it's mechanical failure. But if the plane crashes and everybody dies, then it's pilot error.
I've watched too much on the one station there for a while, plane crashes and all that, and then them re-going over it and investigating the crashes. There's a lot of times that it's pilot error accompanted with mechanical failure, and everyone, in both instances. So I don't know what to say. LHY should be. Oh, that's off.
Well, there was that one plane crash right after 9/11 when I think the plane crashed. Was it into that neighborhood in Queens? I think it was. And come to find out, the co-pilot wasn't quite rated for that plane, and they were using the rudder too much.
Overworked the rudder.
Yeah, and it snapped off.
Yeah.
You're going slow. You have have no idea why it can't be the rudder. I was gonna say, do you have your flaps down? Do you have your spoilers on? Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Any bit of drag.
Or like MoonDog, just opening the doors, that'll slow you down too.
You do that once. Just once.
Dude, you did it more than once.
I did it once. Twice. I only did it once.
Well, your plane seems to remember that very well because it's constantly dropping the oxygen masks.
That's not why the door. That's.
But in all fairness, I've made mistakes like that before. Remember when I forgot to close my cowl flaps and they were full open on takeoff out of midway?
Yep, we got to see your ability how to not crash land. And you did a very good job of not crash landing.
It helped that flight we did in Alaska just for fun. I ended up out in the rhubarb.
Yeah, because you couldn't stop.
It was a gravel
That
runway that was snow covered.
I was on the same one. I landed and never even got that close to the end of the runway.
You just got lucky. Well, see,
Admit it. I'm a better pilot when it comes to landing.
no, what I think happened is when you landed, you packed down the snow and it turned, and I landed right in your tracks and it was all ice. And I just kind of slid.
That would be a viable excuse. I just don't believe it.
Well, technically, Panda, when you lose an engine, shouldn't you do an emergency landing anyway?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't have a choice when I lost my engine over the Atlantic. I was too far. It was the same distance to turn back or to keep going.
Are you sure? I thought we were close enough. You could.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. That's got more holes in it than my door.
Oh, you're gonna landed in Phoenix? We actually took off out of Phoenix and went to Reno, then flew from Reno to Seattle, then from Seattle to Juneau.
Yep. And technically from Juneau to
Some little gravel airport out in the middle of the freaking nowhere.
And to be honest, Draco, Zig landed even shorter than you did. And he hit further down the runway than you and hit first with just one wheel
Well,
and a wingtip.
that's because I was sliding all the way and I rubbed all the snow off, and so he had gravel to land on. But I will admit, you and Zig have gotten very, very good in the short time you guys have been playing.
Well, it's try and it's, I don't know, it seems not easy but logical to me. Logical tends to make a lot of sense to me.
I mean,
There's process. There's process, and once you have a process, it's easy to follow the process.
well, it's a lot of common sense. Don't go too high and you won't crash. Don't hit the ground and you won't crash. Don't go too slow and you won't crash. Don't go too fast and your wings won't get ripped off.
And I did that the other day, trying to catch up to you on a flight.
Yep. Really? You're going to go through the before landing checklist? I would figured that would have had like an emergency landing checklist. Like this plane, it says. Like this plane, it says that if I have have to do an emergency landing, I should dump all the fuel from everything but my from my outside wing tanks. Make sure I have all my fire suppression ready. Here's some advice: don't crash. Yeah, that's always the best advice.
Best advice, yes.
And if you are going to crash, at least make sure that you can walk away from the crash. Because then it's not a crash, it's a landing.
Akron Canton approach. Piper November 7072 Mike.
I'm in the clouds again.
So I was looking for you.
Request IFR to 3 off 1.
A lot of clouds.
Piper November 7072 Mike is cleared to 3 off.
How high up are you? Are you still at 20,000?
Technically 2,300. You're to my 7, 8 o'clock.
Oh,
So I'd be 2 or 3 o'clock.
So I'm behind you now. Oh, there you are. I just saw you pop up.
Turn left heading 275, resume own navigation. Descend and maintain 6,000. Turn left heading 275, proceed on course. Descend.
I'm just looking at distance and such.
IGN. $117.60. And it's a heading of, what's the heading again for IGN? 093. Oop. I want that.
093.
That's the heading
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
have.
no, no. I've got 94, sorry. Four miles from my turn from heading of 95 to a heading of 95.
Going to 133.35, small 05 uniform.
I'm thinking we probably should have checked the weather, Boston, to see.
You want the weather in Boston?
No,
See, that's what I'm good for.
I did not ask you for the weather in Boston. I'm just saying we probably should have checked before we took off.
Why? We've landed in worse.
True.
Current weather in Boston, 77 degrees Fahrenheit with
Good luck,
slight
Panda.
rain. Wind currently out of the southeast at 12 miles per hour.
Southeast. That's gonna put it.
Precipitation, 41% currently, 37% at 9 o'clock. Diminishing through the rest of the night.
Alright, so if it's coming out of the southeast, I'm gonna say
Probably landing on like
Uh,
20 something, 22 is it, or 26?
I think it's I thought it was 12?
No, 12 would be headed east.
Well, no, 9 is east. So southeast would be either if it has,
12.
I don't know if it has a runway
Yeah.
12 or a runway 15.
Yeah, no, but the wind is coming out of this, did I say southeast? Southwest.
So southwest. So then
Yeah.
I would say probably
20.
21 or 24.
Yeah, that I couldn't remember which ones it had. 21 is going to be the shorter one. 24 will be the longer one. And it should
So-
be 24 left and right.
I think so. So we'll be approaching from the northwest. So we'll have to go out over the water a little bit.
Come back in. Yeah.
Yes, we've flown into Boston enough. We actually know the approaches.
Hybrid 13 November. Contact New York Center on 133.35. 133.35 for Hybrid 43 November.
For some reason, I'm not picking up IGN.
It's because I went over and turned it off. I kicked the plug out the wall.
Probably. PUT.
See, what I need to do next, before we do anything later, is do some cord management. Seeing how it's going to be a while before there's any kind of card, maybe.
Living in Ethereum miners.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hurting any one person, it's hurting everyone.
Well, it's hurting everybody except for the people who make the cards, because they're making money either way.
Right, but with the demand and the shoot up in the demand, they can't do it. So, from what my friend that is the computer guy said, a lot of those companies are backing off on what they were producing. So, because of the fact that everyone was going to iPads and self-encased iPads and phones, that now you can't. There's no need for a lot of that stuff. And
well, that's more, that's more for like workstation stuff. But for gaming and stuff like that, the demand is as strong as ever.
Well, it is, but that's not pushing the market. You know? It's going to come down to bottom dollar. And bottom dollar is business pushing where it goes. Your UPS driver does not show up with a laptop. He shows up with an iPad. They can do everything that your laptop and computer do. Uh-oh. Moondog's eating.
What a shocker.
Guess that food.
I'm trying to listen for the rattle, so I know.
I turned the mic off.
Well, then that's not fair. You can't have me guess what you're eating if I can't hear if it's a bag or a plate.
Nope. Neither one right now.
Well, you made pizza earlier, so I'm guessing it's pizza.
No, I finished that early. It's the Starburst.
The Starbursts are back.
There's just a handful left.
I've never been a fan of Starbursts.
I prefer gummy bears, but the Starbursts, I'm waiting for a tooth or two of them to break off here with me chewing on them.
I just find them way too sweet. No, he's not eating pasta, because if he was eating pasta, you'd hear a fork or a spoon on a plate or bowl.
Yeah. If you go pasta, it's a better choice to go SpaghettiOs, rigatoni, or actual spaghetti.
And if you hear a noise that when you're in headphone wear makes your ears bleed, that's him opening up a bag of chips with his mic.
I'm opening it with the mic. It's just the mic happens to be close. In the real ear-splitting noise, in the garbled and rope fax machine noise, that's when I've not turned the mic off, walked too far away from the computer with the wireless headset, and you're getting the background feed.
Oh yeah, that'll sound like a drill's going through your head. All right, so we are what about 70 miles, 65 miles from IGN?
36 miles from IGN.
Damn, Panda.
Where's that thing at? It's called timeout. There it is. Put user in timeout. Remove. Block. Well, we'll let it go this time. I want to try something, Draco. Type something into your chat.
You can't time me out.
I can't type you out in mine, and you are a moderator.
Yeah, but
Why
I
can't
own,
type
because I own this chat.
that you shouldn't have anything to worry about. No, I wouldn't do it. The only one I've ever timed out is Draco.
Now in Moondog's channel, I've dropped the hammer on a few people.
Yeah, we have. That's why no one comes into my channel no more.
But in my channel, I've dropped the hammer on a couple people myself, so.
Yeah.
I got just one simple rule. Come in, have fun, be classy, and don't be a douche.
Why are you still here then?
Type something in my chat, please.
$157 miles from destination.
Bad Moondog.
Have I been timed out? Yes, I've been timed out. It's bad when the rest of the people have no problem staying in chat, but then the mods get what? Well, up until like 4 days ago, Draco only had 5 subs too, so.
Wow. Kind of hitting a little below the belt there.
All right. 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
Right around there.
Okay. But you have gotten some severe watchability and interest since we've been doing the regular flights, so.
Wow.
Muted! Muted.
I think you're in the clouds or something ahead of me because I can't
You know
see you
what?
anymore.
Just because I'm, I figured something out. Just because I'm on timeout, that does not mean I can't time out another, because I still have mod abilities. I just figured that out. That's interesting. Isn't it interesting, Panda, that I could still time out even though I'm timed out myself?
Don't make me come back there, you two. I will turn this stream around and we will go right back home.
That's it. We're done. I mean, I'm not done doing what I normally do, but that's it. No, no. I've got thunderstorms again up here.
Yep.
You're going to be falling behind because my speed's up to 242, 243.
Are you descending?
Really, really slow. I'm going down to 12,500 at a vertical speed of -100.
I'm waiting till I hit this last. I don't know if I should wait till I hit this last waypoint or if I should start descending now.
I mean, I started that a while ago, and I'm only down to 19, 18.9.
Because
It's 140 nautical miles.
right. Because when I hit
So
PUT,
Boston.
I'll still have 90 nautical miles to go. And then that's only a 44 nautical mile thing to
Right.
Boston.
It's 134 nautical miles to finish the route.
So what's the next one again? UT. Damn it! Why do I keep doing that?
EUT and then KBOS. Live from Boston. It's KBOS.
WKRP.
Yep, that's Cincinnati. I've been through Cincinnati. I've even seen a building that it was fictitiously in.
2 years later. Okay, Moondog. Okay, 5,000 feet.
You want to go down? I'll go down. I've dropped a plane from, what was it, 9,000 to 3,000, but I had a little bit too much speed and the runway was just not quite long enough.
Yeah, he buried all of his passengers' heads right into the top of the plane.
No, well, I didn't do, okay, we're going vertical, now we're going horizontal, but I did drop it down and then leveled out, but it was just so much speed that just, and then it wasn't the front of the runway that I hit either. All right, so I'm on Putin Bay. We're going to adjust vertical down.
Believe it or not, except for last night, Moondog doesn't crash a whole lot.
I didn't even crash last night.
Well, you crashed on takeoff.
No, I crashed when the pushback cart vehicle pushed through the vehicle and didn't actually touch it and shoved through until it hit to the back of the tail, and then it crashed.
Okay, well, you crashed on taxi.
When did I crash on taxi? That was at
When you were getting pushed back. And,
well, yeah,
and
but that's not
that happened to you
me.
twice.
That was, yeah, that was, yeah, and to be honest, I don't understand why, because it was with no other vehicles. It was the ground that I actually hit because it was a ground vehicle.
Well, did you have your parking brake on? Is that what caused you to?
No, actually, I
Bounce
think
back
I
and
had
hit your
turned it
tail?
off. No, I think it hit. No, because it just drove underneath the plane between the two wheels in, because it normally has, you know, the tricycle front landing gear, but it didn't have it, and it
It just kept
Simulated
driving
didn't.
until it hit you.
yeah. And the first thing it hit was actually me.
It's like, well, I
So-
don't see a landing gear there, so okay, I'll just
I'll
keep
just-
driving.
Yeah, it would have been better if I just. And then I had the difficulty with trying to get it started with the tail rotor, so I had to end the flight and restart over for that.
Right.
The tail rotor, the tail rudder, and the turning for it, because I don't have dynamic rudder brakes set up.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh, there's a plane down there. It's a Cessna Skyhawk.
Flying at
60
half the speed of smell.
I don't know, but it's at 65,000. 6,500.
I was like, damn, 65,000. Planes can fly higher than me.
65,000. It's actually out of the atmosphere. I'm at.
I am at 18.8.
I'm at 17.1.
Descending at about 850 feet a minute.
I'm at 700, so it's probably roughly about the same.
And
About
I'm up to
700.
240 knots. And we're getting a little
I'm
bouncy
at
here, so
260. I'm at 260, so I'm still pulling away, but
I don't know if that plane can handle going much faster than that.
my back throttle's off a couple of times. I'm actually at the yellow.
Hi Nathaniel, how you doing today? Thanks for joining the stream.
It's absolutely boring. It's been boring. Glad you could stop in and liven it up.
Type something in chat again, Moondog.
I'm probably still timed out.
It's only 300 seconds.
It's just 5 minutes, and it's probably been 5 minutes. Okay. Everyone in Draco's chat. Draco's a very good streamer. I stream with him 4, 5, 6, 7 times a night. I enjoy his company. All of you leave his channel and come over to Mr.MoonDog 88. Watch over here for a while.
Yes, this is FSX Steam Edition.
And you have
Thank you, Panda.
an A2A payware Boeing 377 that he's flying. Stratocruiser. Set it nice for you.
Thank you.
And he's been flying it for 2 months now.
Month and a half, something like that. Yeah, maybe 2 months.
Yeah. So he's getting pretty good at it. He hasn't crashed it recently. Since Reno. And he does take his flying seriously, because he got very mad that he crashed it. It was a very good thing that we were not streaming, because words were said that were not acceptable for any pregnant woman.
Now, in all fairness, that wasn't mad. That was frustrated.
Okay, frustrated. He was frustrated. He was calling things by their not real name.
We play on Join FS on the, what is it again, Moondog?
Digital theme park.
Digital theme park in Join FS. Now, unfortunately, we are gonna, as soon as we land at Boston and get everything shut down, we're gonna be ending the stream today. But might be one.
It might be one later.
Might be
Who
one
knows?
later tonight. If not, probably gonna be one on more
Will
likely
be one
on Saturday. Saturday evening.
No. We put it as definite. We've decided we will be streaming Saturday nights.
Okay, so every Saturday night we do a stream, 9 o'clock Central Daylight Time. We're here in the United States, so just
10 o'clock Eastern Standard.
so then just extrapolate from where you are. But yes,
And
please come join us. We'd love to have you all flying with us. Just, you know, the only thing we ask is that you don't try and crash into each other, and you know.
Good job, Panda. Very good job. Now that you're on my channel, I'm going to time you out.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn.
He said, I ditched Draco. What up? So.
Okay,
Now he's
Panda,
got
I
it.
see how it is.
So he's got an exclamation. Panda's not going to come back to either of our streams. He's going to go, Who else from this monkey show can I watch? Zigzaggy. He'll be nice, and he would be. He'd be nice. He'd let you sit there the whole night, not say anything mean to you. Regular schedules. We stream Tuesday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard, 9 o'clock Central. The three of us, which it would be myself, Zig, and Draco, we are Eastern Standard and Central Standard Time zones. That's why we state it that way for you guys. Tuesdays, Wednesday afternoon, I normally start at 4 o'clock. We started a little bit early. We're going to try it for an hour early so that we could do this flight. We're still doing the flight anyway. So Wednesday afternoons, I stream at 4. Saturday nights, we stream, the three of us probably flying occasionally. Yeah, occasionally anymore. 7 Days to Die, we've done ATS trucking, ETS trucking, stuff of that. Can I join your Discord? Whose Discord are we in? We're in mine?
Yeah, I believe we are.
Yeah. Give us a minute here and we'll see about getting you into the Discord there, Panda. Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard, BPG community, the full monkey show, we do ETS multiplayer trucking or many other games. Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, BPG community farming on farming server with Cavalier Roy,
I'll be right back.
BP, and a host of other people. That's the regular schedule. And then there will always be spontaneous streams. We should probably have streamed a couple others. But then again, you do the streaming and you get to a point where you go, you're paying attention to the stream. You're paying attention to your flight. You're trying to pay attention to stream health. You're doing all these things, and at the same point, you're still trying to be interactive and enjoyable. And then after that, it's like sometimes you just want to do something quiet and peaceful, and that's when we do a flight. And then it does something like we've flown to. Oh, okay, Panda. I saw you jump over there. We'll fly over, like in Alaska, or we've flown into what is it, Innsbruck, Austria. So that's our schedule. That's the flights that we do, the schedules that we have. Air hauler, flight sim, join FS. And then if we find the Discord, where is Nope, that's not it.
Okay,
put
I'm
this
back.
up into mine. I have the server name, but I don't have like
Welcome back, Panda.
the address for.
Alright, so where am
I don't have the IP address or anything for it, but Panda, in my chat is the name of the Discord. I can't remember how you do all of that.
I'm trying to remember real quick while I'm descending.
Yeah. And then also while doing that, try and be nice with those on Discord, and then still fly plane, land, and all of that. If we are flying together, we will get you on either on a channel in Discord so that we can communicate like we do, so that there's no issues with flights and stuff like that.
Do a little bit more of a turn to T. Right into, then right from there, right to BOS.
Yep. 16 nautical miles. Speed is 209. Altitude 12,500. Which is where I wanted to get down to.
But yeah, we're planning on a second, on probably, well, I can't say probably, more than likely we'll be playing tonight too.
Don't know if it'll be streamed or not.
Don't know if it'll be streamed or not, but even if it's not, we'll
be on FS Join.
Right, we'll be on FS Join, and then we'll figure out a way to get you guys into Discord, or hang around for a few minutes after the stream, and we'll see if we can't get you into Discord.
Sending through the clouds.
Yeah, I want to get down to about, I'd say about 8,000 feet. See if I can get below these clouds.
Yeah, I just hit 7,500. Finished dropping. Broken up some as I come through it here. You know what I don't have up there?
Yeah, Nathaniel, if you want to join us tonight, like I said, we'll be on Join FS, so feel free to hop in and fly around with us. Like I said, I can't guarantee you'll be going anywhere particular, just finding some place and flying to it just for the fun of it. You know what? What is the heading for 072? Why do I keep doing that?
Did you by any chance go back and look at the map that we were over? Sort of interesting track that we've had.
No, I haven't checked it out.
Let's see here, let me go to display. Turn off window. Ooh, there goes the map. So in the map, you'll see it on my stream here very shortly as my plane turns for the next waypoint, which takes us straight to BOS. We took off at Akron Canton Airport, flew over Youngstown, through Pennsylvania, Scranton, Pennsylvania even, over the bit of New York, into Connecticut, and Draco's flying on the southern border of Massachusetts, and to be honest, he isn't very far from Bipolar Prophet. And I'm headed to the corner of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. See, that's the other thing we haven't done. We haven't flown and picked up BP yet. We've picked up Stu. We've picked up Davith.
Oh, we
picked up Roy.
We flew into Boston. Boston was one of our stops. Where we hit
That
Canada.
was close, but I'm saying we could find a small enough airport that's closer to where he's actually at.
Alright. Below 10,000, so I'm going to want to put these into auto rich.
Want to do that?
And I want to see if I can pick that up or not. I don't think I'm close enough yet.
7,500 and altitude is.
No, I'm not close enough yet.
Yeah. What the heck? Is that you ahead of me? Nope, that's a Beechcraft King Air 350 at 14,000 headed towards us, or headed towards me. That's what we'll do. We'll go traffic. Hold on, I can find it.
Alright, 7,000 I'm going to level out until I get closer to Boston. Well, thank you, Panda. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
That's not it.
Alright.
It's gotta be that one.
Flip many lights on.
Alright, so. Air traffic, and Draco doesn't have his as a tail fin, so where's this 747? There it is, Draco. 747 with prop engine noises. Alright, so I'm 30 nautical miles. Oh, 30 nautical miles, you know what that means. Woodstock. Tune into the airport at Woodstock. KBOS, where is KBOS?
KPOS. Where am I?
I'm not getting it 24 nautical miles out. What I can do is process, select, enter. Did you get a runway or anything yet?
I haven't even picked up Boston yet.
Okay.
And I well, I'm also like 36, 37 miles from Boston.
Okay. Because I'm 20. Where am I? I'm 20 nautical miles, and I didn't see it. Boston approach. Thank you. There it is. There's the airport.
20 nautical miles seems awful close to be just then getting your approach.
Oh, there it is. Nope. Nope. Back. Back. There we go. Tower. Full stop landing.
Well, I'm glad that you really enjoy watching our streams, Panda.
33 left.
Wow, we were both off on that one.
Yeah.
Because we really enjoy making these for you guys.
Don't lie to them. They know when you lied to them. Just tell them the truth. We enjoy doing this anyways, and we're going to do it. No, it is fun. All right.
Especially when we get to interact with you guys like this.
There's 33 left. VDR ILS 33 left. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong.
Boston approach.
Enter. There is only one approach other than vector, so we're going to enter on that. Load, enter.
Load.
And we're close enough that we're going to
Boston Tower, world travel
activate
31
approach,
heavy,
enter.
26 miles west with Foxtrot
Which means
to
we
land.
are turning
World travel
off
31
this way.
landing. Boston Tower, make straight in, runway 15 right, altimeter 3008.
What was your runway that they gave you?
33 left.
I got 15 right.
Well, listen to them. They're the ones in charge.
Make straight in, runway 15 right, world travel 31 heavy.
Just if you run into me while I'm on the ground, I'm going to come over your plane, drag you out, make you fix mine. Move this out of the way. Altitude. Altitude or attitude. Well, let's go with attitude.
Alright. I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to start hand flying now.
And turn this off. Yeah, he starts hand flying a bit earlier than I do.
There's some rain.
There's our airport out that window. $15.
What's 15?
You're landing on 15.
Yep. 15 right.
Huh. You're coming at me.
Yep. 150.
No, we're going to be quite literally on the same runway coming at each other.
Well, then you better hurry up and land.
I'm not actually out to the waypoint at Briannon. You're going to do that whole I'm going to land before Moondog thing again.
Possibly, I don't know. Because I haven't even done my... I'm not even close to being on approach yet.
Are you doing a... Well, no, you're not doing a programmed approach. You're doing more of the straight vector in.
Yeah, but... Yeah, so I actually have to go out over the water and turn around and come back in.
15.
I think.
No.
No, I gotta approach from here.
Yeah.
My mistake. I'm all disoriented because I can't really see the ground. Still got time.
Let's drop the nose. What do you say we drop the nose?
Easy there, Space Cowboy.
There's been a few times I've dropped it out of the sky like that. I should be about 2,500 when I hit this waypoint, and I'm more like 5,500 right now and 5 nautical miles from it.
That's about where I'm at. I'm about 5,500. Yeah, it is real cloudy, Panda. But it's apparently still clear enough to fly VFR, otherwise they tell us that we couldn't land here.
Two miles. Turn. I'm going to be turning here any second. Come on. Making the turn at 4,200 feet.
Slow my engines way down.
Boston Tower, Beach, November 0504 Papa, ready to go, runway 15 right, IFR to Lakeland, Beach, November
turn off nav
0504
lock.
Papa, cleared for takeoff,
Take
runway
this
15
thing back this
right,
way so that it can keep.
cleared for
Whoa,
takeoff,
whoa,
runway
whoa, whoa,
15
whoa.
right, Beach, November 0504
I just got
Papa.
hit by a downdraft and started shoving my plane to the ground.
Boston Tower, orbit 8037 is 7 miles northwest, inbound ILS, runway 15 right, approach, orbit 8037, Boston Tower, make straight in, runway 15 right, altimeter 3003, fly straight in, runway 15 right, orbit 8037,
Rotating around.
orbit 8037, cleared to land, runway 15 right. Cleared to land, runway 15 right, orbit 8037. Beach 04 Papa, contact Boston, departure on 118.25. Point 118.25, Beach 04 Papa.
Flaps.
On top of that, with doing that reverse loop there, it gives Draco a chance to actually be landed before I even hit vectored approach area.
I just wish I could see the flippin' airport.
Well,
There it is. Gears down.
one flap.
Second set of flaps.
Nav lock back on. That'll line us back up again.
World travel 31 heavy, cleared to land. Runway 15 right. Follow the aircraft on short final. Cleared to land. Runway 15 right. World travel 31 heavy.
Right where I want it to be. Nicely done. Pat myself on the back. See, this is actually where I wouldn't be bad to have Zig here, because Zig's really good with, you start the approach in it. He's been better than I am at finding the approach charts. Alright.
Hold off course there a little bit.
So if we look at this, knock this out a little bit. We're on our last navigational waypoint, then we'll be on the approach. For those that haven't seen these enough, the arrows is the approach vector. You want to be in the arrow area as you start to come in for your landing. That's your nicely put approach. There's a Boeing 737 going out of Boston. So I'm going to zoom this back out a little bit. We're getting
minimums
close. Put that on the other screen. And this is where I have a moment. Draco's stream. Draco's not ignoring you. He's trying to land without crashing. So he gets concentrating on his landing procedures. And at which point, whoa, what the hell? I'm going to wreck here.
100. 50,
I did.
40. 30.
I wrecked.
20.
World travel 31 heavy. Contact ground on 121.75.
Hammer down.
I made it before you.
Boston ground. World travel 31 heavy. Request taxi to the gate.
I crashed.
How'd you crash?
Wasn't paying attention with the autopilot. It threw it in a severe stall where the trim went to full up, full nose up, and it just went skyward, and I wasn't realizing it. And then all of a sudden I noticed what was happening. I threw the trim forward, but I couldn't get the speed back at 400 feet. I smashed right into the ground. So that's how that ends.
Alright.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how that ends.
I had a little bit of a bounce on my landing, but wasn't too bad.
You know that Dash 8 that you were parked next to here in Akron Canton?
It's here again, isn't it?
No, it's still here. I'm at Akron Canton with it. All right. Well, let's see. We would like to thank Draco for flying with me as I crashed. We'd like to thank those that have stopped into chat. We'd like to thank those that have watched, and make sure that you check out those that we've mentioned in the links. You've heard our schedule through the flight. Be gladly to have you along with any of those. We did not mean to crash. Should have been paying attention while I was discussing Draco being concentrating and not talking during that, but that's when I crashed, so I should have been concentrating.
Boston, ground, 8 November
That's all
4,
I've got to say,
800,
because I
hotel,
feel
ready to taxi, IFR.
like I crashed.
November
I feel injured.
4780, taxi to and hold short
I feel
runway
like
22 right,
I need a
taxiway
medic.
Bravo, Kilo, November. Contact tower on 132.
So I'm going to end right about there. Draco?
Well, I'm going to be pulling in here in just a second. Panda, if you want to stick around for a second or two in
We'll
Moondog's
get you
stream, we'll get
yeah.
you into Discord.
Well, I was going to end the stream, but let's see. How can we do this? Message chat, and we'll get you the link in the chat. I think that'd be the best way. I'm going to do an exit. You know what? I'll just do that fancy intro that I have. That's 5 minutes. In the next couple minutes, I'll get you the thing on my stream, and we'll exit with that. So.
And with that being said, we're now at the gate now, so thank you all very much for stopping by. Panda, thank you for hanging out and keeping things interesting. Anybody who's currently watching this or going to watch this in the future, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to see more of what we do, make sure you hit that little bell so that way you get the notifications of any time we have a live stream or put up any videos. And then also make sure you check out everybody in the Monkey Show crew. They're all linked right there on my channel. Special thank you to Mr.MoonDog for flying with me today, and we will catch you all next time. See you later.
Hey, thanks for the reminder. I just used that bell, and let me know when you're flying. See y'all later.
See you guys later.